Let's talk about being emotionally intelligent and what that means, and if someone holds that, and if you are holding that and seeing it and growing your intelligence. It's not just a overnight thing. You're constantly evolving and growing and learning lessons from your experiences and energy that comes into your life. So on the first level, if someone does have emotional intelligence on a basic level, they just understand their emotions. They're learning that over time, but they do understand. They know how to express it in balance. They don't overexpress, they don't underexpress. They know how to express themselves in balance. They know when to and when not to. And they are conscious of when they do express what energy they're putting out. So a lot of people say they're emotionally intelligent. You got to use discernment if they really do hold that. A lot of people say things that's not true. A lot of people want to be things that they're just not yet. So when you decipher and read energy, you're first looking at, okay, can they express themselves? How do they express themselves? Are they expressing themselves with light energy, with God's energy, or do they express themselves with hate and meanness? Do they express in mix? Sometimes it's mixed up. Sometimes they'll be, have this loving side, and then there's this other side. Some people call it the shadow side, and it's just your human side. Do they have that balanced, harnessed, and under control? We all have a human side. We all have to deal with human emotions being in a human body. When you're emotionally intelligent, you know how to harness them. So when jealousy comes up, you don't spit it out at your partner. You don't spit it out at people to help harness your emotion. You dissolve it, you learn from it, and you take care of it by yourself. And you show up not in a jealous mindset. You don't show up needing people to harness and stabilize your emotions and then say you're emotionally intelligent. If you're emotionally intelligent, you stabilize your own emotions and you show up harnessed and in power of your emotions. So if anger comes up, you know why it comes up. If frustration comes up, you know why it comes up. But you do not consciously put that out there. You don't tell people they're responsible for making you happy. You don't tell people they're responsible for loving you right. That's not their role. Yeah, can people show up and love you right? Of course they can. But you don't make people and control them. You control your own emotions and your own love in your own cup, meaning you know how to fill your own cup up and fill love. You embody love. You're just a loving person. No matter what's going on, it doesn't matter if you have a partner or not. You're just in love with life. That's being a high vibrational person and being emotionally intelligent. So a lot of people want to be emotionally intelligent and they want that, that reward and that blessing, but it takes time and experience. And even women, just because you're a woman doesn't mean you are emotionally intelligent because you understand your emotions. A lot of people are still looking for security, love, and happiness in a man. And vice versa with men. Men are looking for love, happiness, and a, wife mom mode, someone to take care of them. So that's what we don't want to do. We don't want to need people. We want to already fulfill that within. That's emotional intelligence. So when people show up in your life and they need you to fulfill them, they need you to regulate their emotions, they're still working on their emotional intelligence, no matter what they're saying. And if they can't take full accountability for the way that they think and act and show up, that's lacking emotional intelligence. They still have work to do, which is fine. That's okay. But when people can't admit that they're wrong or that they fell short, that's the people that, are usually not willing to grow or change very quickly, or if at all. But they might spin this web, this illusion that, they're intelligent, they understand their emotions, and they're showing up right, but they're never wrong. Just use discernment with that type of energy, because a lot of people don't want to accept that they're one way, maybe because of pride, maybe because, it feels weak, and change, because they're stuck in those patterns. And that's okay. We just want to use discernment about what level of emotional intelligence people hold and what level you hold. So the basic level is obviously learning how to understand your emotions. The next level is being able to express that in balance. And then the next level is understanding how to harness and fulfill your emotions and control your energy within. That's high level intelligence. And that's meaning you are looking at things on a higher perspective and you're seeing things for what they are. You're seeing when people have control and power over their emotions, or if they don't and their power is scattered, their focus is scattered. You see when people are willing to grow and show up and be accountable and evolve, because humans aren't perfect, and you see the people that don't want to, that are stuck in that type of mindset, perspective. Maybe they're just afraid. They're afraid to admit the truth, admit how they are. But we all have to grow and learn. We all have to start somewhere. So when you're looking at emotional intelligence, we just look at those different types of areas. Do we have those taken care of? Do we understand that we think for ourselves and we understand our emotions and we are connected to that? Do we understand how to express that in balance, when to and when not to? Some people express a lot of things that are not very good. They're expressing, what everybody else is doing wrong and mean and calling people out. We don't want to do that. We want to express good energy and, focus on the good stuff. And when we're focused on the bad and spreading that, we're just spreading bad energy. That's not emotional intelligence. So we just want to make sure we got that level taken care of, and that we harness our own fulfillment. If we feel lonely, we dissolve that. If we feel lack in finances, we dissolve that. We don't go to a man to feel secure. If we don't feel love, we don't go to a woman to feel love, because you will fall back every time. That's emotional intelligence, and we understand that. And being hooked up to our intuition and our abilities with that, that's another advanced level. Okay, not only harnessing those emotions, but being connected to those abilities as well, and harnessing the emotional intelligence with the abilities. Okay, and even when you get advice from spiritual leaders, a lot of them, still out there, they're growing and learning, and they may give light and dark energy as well, meaning they could be putting your focus in the past, focus on things that aren't important, focus on the future, instantly manifesting, but they're always putting the manifestation in the future. They're always telling you the love of your life is coming. It's always in the future. People don't realize that words are energy, and it can keep you stuck in certain patterns. We understand that. That's advanced intelligence. That's advanced emotional intelligence. With spiritual leaders, a lot of them out there too, they need likes, they need subscribers, they need. Okay? When they need things and they're putting that out there, that's heavy. It doesn't feel good. So just use discernment. It's not that we're judging them and we're telling them that they're doing it wrong. You're just using your discernment about what type of mindset and energy that they're putting out. Is it needy or already full? Are they in it for the right reasons, or are they in it to fill a void? That's just what you use in discernment with spiritual leaders as well, and as you learn from guides, because your emotions are your vibration, and your vibration you are mastering. Okay? So just use discernment on getting that guidance and that light and being around other energy, and using your emotional intelligence with that. and kind of, what levels there are, and just breaking it down a little bit better because it's easier to understand. Not judging people, we're learning. Okay. So I hope that helps. And I will see you guys next session.